Hello, third graders. How are you today? So, this video is a recording of our vocabulary session, which is going to be on Tuesday. And if you open your book on page 130 and 131, you'll find this picture. It's a very interesting picture of students, okay? They are trying to vote. And that's our topic today. Vote. There is a way that makes people's voices heard, okay? So, people, when they want to be heard or they want someone to listen to what they think, what they know, and what they want, they can vote. They can vote. And that's our topic today. Our voices count. Today we are voting for class president. I'll vote for Jan. I think she will be the best job, or she will do the best job. My vote will count. So that means every person makes a choice and their choices will make a difference. And that's what we call voting. That's what we call a voting. You have a ballot box, and people write what they think and who they want to choose and put it here, right in the ballot box. And so, what does voting help you with? What does it do? And what does it help in the country or in your classroom? How does it change the way your classroom works? We're going to use the planner in this case to write our answers. So voting actually helps in many ways, in many ways. That's voting. Oops. Voting. Voting can help you or can help people and let them know what you think. So voting helps others know what you think. If you think Sandra is good for the job, you can vote for her. If you think Salim is good for the job, you can vote for him. And same thing goes with governments and countries. People vote to choose the person that they think is good for the job. Voting also gives you power to choose. Think about the situation. Do you like it when your mom chooses what you want to wear today? Or do you like it when your mom buys you everything, all types of clothing? Or do you like to choose? So most of us like to choose what they wear and like to choose what they eat, right? And so, of course, they have to choose what's good for them. And so when you are choosing something, that gives you power. That will give you power. You have liked something for so many reasons, and now it's your time to choose this thing, and it gives you power. It gives you power. It also tells people what you think. Well, no one knows what you think about your friend Jan, but no, everybody knows that you think she's the best person who can be the class president. No one knows that this person is good for you, or you want this person to be nominated. And so when you choose, when you vote for him or for her, that means people will know what's your point of view and what you think about this person. It also, it's a way for people to choose new laws, and new leaders. Well, let's say this person have been a leader for so long time and you want to choose someone else, you want to change. And let's say, for example, you have a law that you don't like. For example, you don't like when your teacher does not let you help maybe in cleaning the board, and you would like to change the laws. Why it's always one person who cleans the board? You want to clean it too. You want to help. So you can, when you are voting, you can vote to choose or change the laws and change the leaders. Well, you don't think that Sam is good anymore, so you want to choose Jan instead of Sam. So these are some of the benefits of voting. Of course, we have plenty of them. We have plenty and plenty of benefits and reasons why we all should be allowed to vote. And now today we would like to talk also about the vocabulary that we encounter, some of the words that we might find a little bit new for us. So let's read them together. Announce, announced, candidates, candidates, convince, convince, decisions, decisions, elect, elect, estimate, estimate, government, government, independent, independent. First word is announced, announced.
Announced. Ms. Parks announced the winner of the contest.
So if you announce something, especially like this on a microphone, if you announce something, you told people about it. You told people and you told everyone about it. People usually announce something important, like a winner of a contest or a competition. So you announce something that is very important to people. Like the example here, Miss Parks announced the winner of the contest. When has someone announced your name? Do you remember maybe last time someone announced your name? Maybe in class? Maybe outside the class? Have you won something? Or have you done something that you need your name was announced because of it? So my name was announced when I won the spelling bee, let's put it in capital, spelling bee contest. So this example here says, my name was announced when I won the spelling bee contest. When was the last time your name was announced? Announce, announce. Okay, let's move on to the next word. The word is candidates, candidates. As you can see here, we have several people here and they are competing. They are competing. Let's hear the example.
Candidates. Andrew is one of 4 candidates for class president.
So we have 4 candidates for class president and Andrew is one of them. This girl also is one of them. She's a candidate. This boy is a candidate. This girl, the girl in white, is a candidate. So all 4 people are candidates for class presidents. For class president. That means one of them will win the title for being a class president. So candidates are people who seek an office or honor. Candidates are people who seek an office or an honor. So These four, they want to be the class president. That's why they are seeking to be a class president. That's why they are candidates. What are some things candidates do before election? Election is the day when they are chosen to be the class president. What do? Do they just sit down like this, don't talk, don't do anything? Well, if you know about candidates, they usually, or candidates, usually tell us about their qualities and what kind of change they will make. So they usually tell you how good they are and what are their qualities to become a president of a class, president of a country, okay, or a manager for a company. Candidates usually tell us about their qualities and what they can change, what change they will make, and what change they will bring to their place. Candidates. Candidates. So who's a candidate? A candidate are people or a person who seek an office or an honor. Or an honor. So as an example, we go back to the picture here. This girl, she says, I will make everyone in the class a queen. You will get to be the queen every week. This boy here says, our class will never be dirty again. It'll be clean all the time. This girl says, I will make everyone eat sweets and candies. It's okay. I will make you happy the whole time. But this one here says, I will let you do less homework. Do less homework. So every person will give you something, give you some changes that he wants or she wants to do, and you have to choose which candidate is good for you. Next word is convince. Convince.
Convince. Julia's mother tried to convince her to play soccer.
As you can see here, Julia is not very pleased. She doesn't like soccer. She feels that soccer is too rough for her. But her mom tried to convince her. Her mom is trying to convince her. So what does the word convince mean? To convince someone is to cause someone to believe or do something. To convince is to cause someone to believe or do something. Just like Julia. She doesn't like soccer. She doesn't want to play soccer, but her mom thinks that soccer is good for her. So her mom is trying to make her play soccer. To make her play soccer. And her mom also wants to make her believe that soccer is good for her. What is something someone tried to convince you to do? Have you had someone talking to you about something to convince you to do this thing or to convince you to believe in it? Well, my mom convinced me to eat more vegetables. Well, when I was young, I did not like vegetables that much. So my mom convinced me to eat more vegetables. She convinced me. She made me believe they're good. She made me eat them. Got it? How about you? Have your mom or dad convinced you to do something? Okay, moving on to the next word, we have the word decision.
Decisions. Nick made 2 decisions about what to eat for breakfast.
So he made 2 decisions about what he eats or what he wants to eat for breakfast. He made two choices. When you make a decision, you make a choice. When you make a decision, you make a choice. That means you choose to do something. Just like Nick. So he made two decisions to eat about what he wants to eat for breakfast. First decision was a banana. The second decision was cereal. So he decided to choose these two. Name two decisions you make every day. Name two decisions you make every day. Or let me write them with numbers. I decided to eat healthy food today. That's my first decision. I decided to eat healthy food today. And my second decision was that I decided means I made a decision. Okay, let me put it in the I made to do the homework on time. I made a decision to do the homework or my homework on time. These are two decisions. These are two decisions or choices I made today. How about you? Can you name two decisions you made every day? Let's move on to the next word, which is elect. Elect.
Elect. The students voted to elect a new class president.
The students voted to elect a new class president. At least now we know why we vote. We vote to elect someone. Do you know what's the meaning of elect now? I elect Sam, or I elect Sandra. Elect. To elect is to choose by voting. To elect is to choose by voting. So when we elect, usually we don't pronounce the name of a person and we say, hey, I elect you. No, we usually vote. So you vote to elect. What's another word for elect? Do you know any other word that means elect? We can say choose. Choose. Nominate. Nominate also works as elect. I nominate Sandra to become the class president. Who do you nominate or who do you elect by voting? Okay? Next up, we have the word estimate. Estimate.
Estimate. Sam tried to estimate or guess the number of coins he had.
So Sam tried to estimate or guess the number of coins he had. He is trying to look at the glass and trying to give a number. So when you estimate something, you are trying to value this thing. So the word estimate is to guess an amount. So he's trying to make a value to this. How many coins does he have? So you are trying to guess an amount, a certain amount. Estimate. What does it mean to estimate something? What does the word estimate means here? It means to guess an amount. When I estimate something, that means when I try to I try to give it a value. Let's say that my coins are maybe 100. I have 100 coins. So that means I estimate this jar of coins by saying that it worth 100 coins. It worth 100 coins or 100 pennies. So estimate means to give value to something. The next word is government. Government.
Government. Our government makes laws.
Every government makes laws. So what's a government? A government is what? Is the people who guide a city, state, or country. Government are people who guide a city, state, or country. They guide it and they make decisions. So that's a government. Think of one law our government has made. Think of one law that your government has made. So thinking about our government, I would say my government or our government has made a law that all women can drive cars. So they made a law that all women can drive cars. Do you know any other government decision or law that they make? Moving on to the last word, which is independent. The last word is independent.
Independent. It's good to be independent and do things on your own.
So independent, you can understand from the text here, which we call a text clue, okay, or a context clue. Independent, do things on your own. If you do things on your own, that means you are independent, okay? So the word independent, if you are independent, means you do things for yourself. You don't ask for help and you don't need help. You are independent and you can do things on your own. How can you be more independent at home? How can we be more independent at home? Do you have any suggestions? I can be more independent by cleaning my own room. You don't need anyone to come and clean your room. If you want to be independent, you can clean it by yourself. You can also say, I can be more independent when I cook for myself. Maybe you can cook your breakfast or snack by yourself. I can be more independent when I do my homework on my own. So that means I don't need the help of my mom, my father, my sister or brother to do the homework. I do it by myself and I can be more independent by doing that.